Here in Rockfish, North Carolina today to get my first chance of testing in a midget. Never driven a midget before, so first time for everything, I guess. Getting a little bit of preparation done for West Coast Swing and Chili Bowl. Forward to running in the Lucas Oil Flow Racing number 51. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself.
NASCAR fans, you're ready for some game-changing updates? The one and only Kyle Busch, NASCAR's two-time Cup Series champ and the king of consistency, well, until this year, is ditching the asphalt for some good old dirt track chaos. The bad boy, Kyle Rowdy Busch, is taking his talents where the asphalt ends and the dirt flies. After what he called the toughest year of his career, Rowdy's ditching the Cup Series offseason for a whole new kind of racing and is ready to shake things up. Yup, he's making his midget car debut at the legendary Chili Bowl Nationals this January, and fans everywhere are buzzing. Can you believe it? But here's the real question. Can Kyle, a guy who's dominated stock cars for 2 decades, hang with the dirt racing elite? Will Rowdy crush it on the dirt, or is he biting off more than he can chew? Can he handle the pressure of the Chili Bowl, where guys like Larson and Bell have already made their mark? Will his move to grassroots racing be a redemption arc after a tough 2024 season? And are y'all ready to see him and his kid Brexton team up for some father-son dirt slinging? Do you think it's the end of an era and the start of something epic? So buckle up, because we're breaking down his leap into midget racing and why this is a huge deal for fans, for dirt racing, and for Busch's legacy. So, here's the scoop. Let's begin with Kyle Busch's 2024 NASCAR season. The 2024 NASCAR Cup Series season did not pan out for Kyle Busch as he would have hoped. The Richard Childress racing driver, for the first time in 19 years in his career, went without a win during the whole season, a feat which he has managed to achieve every year since his debut. Not great. No wins, no playoffs, and a P20 finish in the standings. Ouch. The man himself said it was arguably the toughest year of my career. And if you're Kyle freaking Busch, who's won at least one race every year since 2005, yeah, that's rough. He went on X and said, arguably the toughest year of my career, full of trials and heartbreaks. I know my RCR guys are gonna get after it this winter and we'll come back stronger next season. But instead of just chilling in the offseason, Kyle's going all in, on dirt. The Chili Bowl Nationals is a bucket list event for him. And now, he's making it happen. He said, the Chili Bowl is a legendary event and has always been on my wish list. Dirt racing ain't just some side gig, y'all. It's fast, it's wild, and it's straight up raw racing. And Kyle? He's ready to prove he can master it. After a few laps around the dirt track, the Las Vegas native was asked about his first impressions of the car, and it seems Busch completed his first test run in a midget car on a positive note.
What are your first impressions?
I mean, it's cool, it's fun. Different, but not all that different than the micro stuff. I mean, you're just the speed, like you're going so much faster and the RPM range is lower. So like when you feel the motor go low in the middle of the corner because you're just waiting for the car to catch up and then you go, it's got plenty of power to accelerate out of it, but the RPM is so low that you just gotta like, it's fine. It's okay to slow down.
Yeah, I know you're having fun. That's what I told those guys. I said, he's having too much fun right now. You don't want to go back in.
Maybe I'll just race by myself for the rest of my life.
Before the big show in Tulsa on January 13th, Kyle's hitting a few warm-up events to get his dirt legs. His first race is going down at Bakersfield Speedway on November 26th, followed by Ventura Raceway on November 30th. Busch will drive the 51 Kyle Busch Motorsports-owned midget car, partnered with Flow Sports and sponsored by Lucas Oil. He will compete against the Silva Motorsports midget car of fellow NASCAR driver Kyle Larson this month. Then he's teaming up with his son Brexton for the Tulsa Shootout from December 31st to January 4th. That's right, folks. Kyle's not just racing. He's racing with his kid. How freaking cool is that? He said, to be able to compete there, and then alongside my son Brexton at the Tulsa Shootout, is making this year one to remember.
Few years, I've definitely picked up a lot more dirt racing. Been known as a pavement guy forever, but I've really enjoyed pavement stuff, dirt stuff. I've always watched that all the time. I love watching the Lucas Oil Dirt Late Model Series on Flow and, you know, the different modified series, all the stuff from the winter time down in Florida into it more has just become something that father-son duo want to do. You know, with my son Brexton racing a lot more on dirt with the go-karts, the micros, with the junior sprints, it's just kind of come natural for me to go along with him and to have a car as well, so I can go out there and have some fun and get some track time as well, and just kind of keep honing in on my dirt skills and get a little bit more, get a little bit better.
Talk about dad goals, right? If you're as hyped as we are about NASCAR, make sure to drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for the latest NASCAR news and driver stories. Now, you're probably thinking, wait a minute, why did it take this long for Kyle to hit the dirt? Turns out, there are a couple reasons. First, he used to think he was too big. Midget cars are super light, and Kyle's like, I'm 200 pounds, man. He even said, those lightweight kids always had the edge on me. Second, he didn't have enough dirt experience. Kyle admitted, for years I never raced open-wheeled cars, sprint cars, or midgets. But now, thanks to watching Brexton tear it up in micros and midgets, Kyle's feeling ready to dive in.
I feel like this year I decided to go run the Chili Bowl just with all the dirt racing and stuff that I've been doing the last couple of years with Brexton, running in the Tulsa Shootout the last couple of years. I've gotten my feet wet more and more with the realm of these cars. First time really behind the wheel of a midget there, so that's going to be interesting, but nothing competes or compares with the atmosphere and the size of the event and the way that the fans come out in droves. You've got the Rowdy Row down a backstretch, so excited about just getting out there and seeing what's different between the Tulsa Shootout and the Chili Bowl Nationals. I would say the biggest reason why I've changed my mind now is just having more experience of being on the dirt, knowing a little bit more of what to expect being on the dirt. So for years, I've really never raced open wheel cars, never ran sprint cars or midgets or micros or stuff like that. So to have my feet wet a little bit more in some non-wing micros, I kind of feel like that gives you a better sense how to understand what these vehicles will do and being around other cars in traffic.
Let's talk about Kyle's secret weapon. He's got some of the best dirt racers in the game giving him advice. Guys like Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, and Rico Abreu are all helping him out. He said, I definitely lean on those guys for guidance.
There's a few guys that I want to lean on for some advice and guidance. Rico being one of them, definitely Larson, Christopher Bell. Those guys I've kind of had a relationship with over the last few years. Would love to pick his brain now that he's gotten a full season underneath his belt as well while we're out there for Chili Bowl Nationals.
And yeah, Larson and Bell are Chili Bowl legends, so if anyone can help Rowdy crush it, it's them. Now, some of y'all might be thinking, okay, cool, but why should we care about midget racing? Well, let's break it down. First, this is Kyle freaking Busch we're talking about. The man's a two-time Cup champ, a Truck Series champ, and the winningest active driver in Nascar. Watching him try something new is straight up history. Second, dirt racing is insane. It's fast, chaotic, and all about skill. If you love NASCAR, you're gonna love watching these midget cars rip around the track. And third, this is a chance for Rowdy Nation to show up and support Kyle in a whole new way. Plus, who doesn't want to see Kyle and Brexton racing side by side? If you're pumped to see Kyle in action, make sure to tune in on Flow Racing. They've got all the USAC national midget events and the Chili Bowl streamed live, so you won't miss a thing. And if you're not already hyped, let me leave you with this. Kyle Busch said, hopefully I don't embarrass myself. Bro, we know you're gonna crush it. So there you have it, folks. Kyle Busch is leaving it all on the dirt track this offseason. What do y'all think? Is Rowdy gonna bring the heat, or will this be a steep learning curve? Is he going to challenge himself and make Brexton proud? Let's go, Rowdy Nation. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this discussion rolling. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe for more interesting stories and updates from everything NASCAR. Do share this video with your friends. Until next time, keep the conversation going on, lucky dog on track.